Thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video.
I am in Tokyo. I'm so excited to be here. I'm in Shibuya at the moment, crossing the famous Shibuya Scramble crossing, and it's amazing. I cannot wait to explore this city. So much colour, all these amazing screens everywhere and noise. But I want to see what's beyond this glitzy facade and what Japanese culture is really all about. So I'm incredibly excited for this video, and I hope you guys enjoy it. This neighbourhood, Akihabara, is famous for all things manga and anime. So literally the whole of the main road is lined with multi-floor manga and anime stores. And you'll also see lots of people that are kind of dressed up and inspired by manga and anime characters. This is also known as the Electric City because you've got all of the electronic stores, all the retro games, for example, like PlayStation, Nintendo, the old school games that they used to play. This is one of the big famous manga stores in Akihabara. It has got 8 floors of manga. Literally aisles and aisles of comic books. It's insane. So this floor, 3rd floor, is more like your manga comic books for the young audience, right? Young kids. These look like very classic manga, long spiky hair, which is why you see a lot of Japanese males that sport the same haircut. On one floor, you have all these comic books, which are just obviously for kids and just nice themes. And then you come up one floor and you're literally hit with loads of comic books, which is much more X-rated, let's put it that way. I'll show you some examples. And there is a term for it in Japan to describe pornographic or erotic manga, which is called hentai. You know, some of them look really innocent and cute, but then they have, you know, these suggestive outfits. Oh, and there's even lesbian manga, so you actually have lesbian manga, which I think is a popular genre too. It's a funny world, honestly, it's very interesting. The interesting world of manga. Martial arts are very popular in Japan, especially when you consider its complex history, which gave rise to the ninja and samurai warriors. I'm about to go and see a ninja fanatic who runs a local gym, and he gives ninja lessons. So, this is your gym? Yeah?
Night time, kickboxing. Ninja.
Okay, so I've got my ninja outfit on, and Rikiyu-san looks very cool. Ninja. Were ninjas in Japanese history, were they like spies?
Oh, yes,
They were spies.
They would be fighting each other.
So that's where the ninja moves come from.
Yeah, they would deploy ninja to each region trying to gather information.
Wow, so he's bringing out the real secret ninja weapons. Wow! These are the stars. And so what did they do with the stars?
When you throw it, right, you actually put poison sometimes. So it's like poison arrow in a way.
I mean, obviously I'm not going to have to do this. It's going to be very embarrassing and going to fall on the floor. What am I meant to do? What is my technique? What is the technique?
Straight.
Wow! Oh my God! I can't believe it! This is great! Me versus loads of Japanese martial art pros. I don't know how this is going to go down, but we'll see if I can kill them all.
Round 1. Fight. KO. You win. Final round. Fight. Double KO. Perfect. You win.
Yeah!
Oh, kunoichi, ladies ninja
So
kunoichi.
I have now graduated to ninja.
Nice ninja, samurai girl.
Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you so much. I am at a cat cafe here in Tokyo. Now, this is such a popular thing to do when you come to the city, and it is amazing. There are so many cute cats everywhere. There's one literally here sleeping next to me. But I'm trying not to get too distracted because the reason I've come here is to work on my website. So my website was designed using Squarespace, who are the sponsor of this video. And they've got this incredible website design technology, which is called a Fluid Engine. So you can literally pick from a variety of beautiful ready-made website templates. And you can also customize the template. So you can customize things like the font, the color, upload your brand images. So you can really sort of customize it to match your brand's aesthetics. I absolutely love my website. It's so beautiful, and I'm just so happy that Squarespace allowed me to create it so easily. One of the things I'm doing at the moment, and the service that I really like from Squarespace, is analyzing my website performance. Squarespace provides analytics, so I can see things like how many views I've had in a month, where the traffic is being generated from. So it's super helpful to let me know if I need to change up my strategy or change something on my website. So if you have a passion project, anything from starting a blog to wanting to start up an e-shop, if you have something to sell and you really want to design a website and don't know how, I really recommend visiting Squarespace's website, squarespace.com. You get a free trial so you can design your own website, and then once you're ready to launch your website or domain, simply go to squarespace.com/MeliniAngelica, and you can get 10% off your first domain or website if you use my code MeliniAngelica. So I've come to Sensoji Temple, and this is the oldest Buddhist temple in Tokyo. It was founded and built in 628 AD, so it's 1400 years old. It's got incredible history. So the street that I'm going to walk down is the oldest street in Tokyo, which is pretty amazing. It's lined with shops and it leads to the main temple and the praying hall. So I've reached the second gate, which is called the Gate of Hozomon. It's also known as the Gate of Two Kings because there are two kings on the side of the lantern. And then next to it, you've got this gorgeous 5-storied pagoda, and each of the pagoda represents one of the elements, so earth, fire, water, air, and wisdom. It's absolutely beautiful though, just the intricate wooden carving and the colors that are used. It's like a glimpse into old Tokyo here. Okay, so I finally made it to the main temple and prayer hall, and there's also like a huge incense burner where lots of people are sort of bathing themselves in incense smoke. Because I think in Buddhism tradition, that's meant to sort of have a healing effect. There's actually quite an interesting legend to how this temple was built. So apparently, in 628 AD, 2 fishermen were fishing in the Sumida River and they caught a Buddha statue in their net. So they released it back into the river, but then they kept catching it in their net. So they basically brought it home because they thought it was a sort of good luck omen. And then this temple was erected in honor of that Buddha statue. Okay, so I'm gonna go and have a look now in this main temple, which is where the praying and meditation happen. But I can see everyone there looking at something, so let's go and see what it is. Oh wow, okay. I think I can see the statue of the Buddha at the back of the shrine. So I just walked to the front of the prayer hall, and you basically toss a coin and it's like a monetary offer to the Buddha statue. It's been incredible coming to the temple here in Tokyo, and it's a really amazing insight into the ancient past of the city, and the values that underpin the Buddhist religion very much underpin Japanese societal values. Things such as peace, and harmony and balance are things that you will find when you come and visit Japan. Sushi is a huge thing here in Japan, of course. This is the birthplace of sushi. So I've come to a neighborhood called Hiro, and there's quite a popular sushi restaurant which is called Sushi Dan. In Japan, a very popular way of eating sushi is what they call omakase, and it's basically the concept of leaving it up to the chef to decide for you. Omakase is said to have come around mostly in like the 1990s. Before that, sushi restaurants were not that accessible to the greater public, so it was usually people that were very rich and knew a lot about fish.
This is the bluefin tuna.
Oh, bluefin tuna, okay. They have some of the best tuna in Japan, of course. That is unbelievable. Bluefin tuna, very fatty, very fresh. And then I'm drinking, of course, Japanese sake, which goes really well with sushi. Very sort of crisp. Oh. I'm excited to try this one because I've not ever tried sea urchin before. I mean, look at that. It looks pretty funky, you know. Not sure I can do this all in one bite. That is crazy. That literally transports me to the sea. Like, that is insane. Really, really great. How long have you been a sushi chef for?
15 years.
15 years. Wow. So what is the Japanese way or the correct way to eat sushi?
It's the sushi on the plate.
Yeah.
And the soy like on the side, right? Then
Sideways?
sushi, yeah. Then the soy.
Side.
Then into the stick a fish on the top.
So you literally just take fish, dip it in the soy sauce, just put it in your mouth, fish side down. And the freshness is so nice. I feel like sushi is such an art here in Japan. Just coming to a place like this, experiencing something like omakase, seeing the chef working, you know, with his hands. It's very different to eating sushi in the UK, that's for sure. Completely on another level. You can't come to Japan and not have the quintessential izakaya Japan experience. Izakayas are these tiny little hole-in-the-wall establishments based on drinking, just very simple alcohol, beer, sake, and always pairing it with like sweet, salty, savory food. It's pretty vibey because it's right underneath the train tracks. There's lots of people. It's 7 o'clock on a Thursday, so you have loads of salarymen, colleagues and friends that are like after work, wanting to drink, have a snack. And so I'm gonna find one of these izakayas to sit at, soak up the atmosphere. Are you a salaryman?
Salary.
Yeah. Are you from Tokyo?
Japanese salary.
Japanese salaryman. What is a good drink?
酒嗨 shochu です
Shochu. That's your favorite drink.
焼酎です
Yeah. That's like the local liquor, Japanese liquor, which is like a base of sweet potato. And this, what I've got myself, is a highball.
乾杯
Kanpai.
Japanese 乾杯
I think they've had a lot of drinks tonight. They are so funny. Okay, so I went for the yakitori because that is one of the things that people eat at the izakayas. So you've got the tongue, the liver, tonsoro, the neck.
わさび
Oh yeah, wasabi.
はい
Okay, this is the tongue.
Wow!
Good.
This
Oishi, oishi. It has some strong flavors, really strong flavors.
mustard.
Mustard, this is the liver.
Japanese mustard.
It's nice and salty. I get what they mean when they say, you know, booze food, because it pairs so well with the alcohol. Well, even though these guys don't speak that much English, they are so funny, very funny. Kanpai! Kanpai! 5 a.m. in the morning and I woke up very early today because I wanted to come down to the TOYOSU wholesale fish market and catch the tuna auctions. And you can see the whole of the fish market floor. And then you can see that all of them have had their tails cut off, and the tail is put on top of the frozen tuna, and that's because lots of the workers here are inspecting the quality and the fat content of the tuna, which is very important. So it's serious business, this whole tuna auction event. Makes me very excited for my sashimi and sushi breakfast soon after seeing all of these huge fatty tuna. I've come to Tsukiji market, which is very, very close to Toyosu market, and this market was originally opened in 1935. It's nearly 100 years old, and it has a very sort of rustic and old school feel to it, which I love. And this is where I'm going to have a sashimi breakfast, try the gorgeous tuna after seeing the fish auction, and just have a look around because there's so much produce on sale here. So it's just very interesting to see all the different types of foods that they sell. Oh, so here they have the famous wasabi, of course. Looks incredible. First time I'm actually seeing wasabi up close, and we all know and love wasabi. Serving it with sushi and sashimi, and it's really strong, and if you have too much it will make your eyes water. So beautiful to see it up close. So it's pretty cool. They've got all of the seaweed, because of course they love using seaweed leaves in a lot of the cuisine. You know, it forms part of that category of taste which is used to describe Japanese food so often, which is umami. And those umami flavors, which are very sort of salty and savory, and seaweed is one of the ingredients used, as well as things like soybeans, dried seafood, and also pickled and fermented vegetables. They're all flavors you'll find, and you'll see them selling in markets, and it really adds to that umami flavor. That's why it's so interesting when you come to the market and you see what is sold here, because you get a good idea of the Japanese table and the Japanese cuisine, which I find fascinating. They have so many amazing little hole-in-the-wall sashimi and sushi restaurants. So I've come to this one, which looks amazing. They do lots and lots of sushi and sashimi bowls. Okay, thank you. Thanks so much. I've gone for the tuna sashimi bowl. After seeing that tuna auction this morning, I am dying to try it. Got a little bit of the wasabi. I'm going to be careful not to put too much because that wasabi is very strong. Dip it into the soy sauce. Beautiful. That tuna is so fatty, so creamy, so beautiful, especially with that little bit of wasabi dipped in a little bit of soy sauce. There's nothing better than eating fresh sashimi or sushi in a fish market for breakfast, of course. I'm on my way to meet Suzuki, and he's a famous Japanese manga artist. He draws manga in the genre of gang and fighting culture, which is set in the south of Japan. So I'm really excited to see what the behind-the-scenes life of a manga Japanese artist is all about.
My name is Suzuki Ryuta. Yeah? Then it's my name. New comic, 2.6 million copied.
That's how many copies you've sold.
Sold over.
Wow.
And Japanese gang.
And what would you say is the genre of your manga? Is it like a fighting genre?
Yes. And my manga is about junior high school boys deciding where they are the strongest.
Okay. They're fighting?
Fighting. It's high kick.
Oh, there we go. High kick.
High kick. It's main character.
Who comes up with the stories?
Stories. I think idea.
You think of ideas. So you come up with the ideas and then you design a storyboard. Oh, these are like...
Yes, next story as a rough sketch.
Rough sketch.
Rough
Wow.
sketch. This is a cartoon drawing software.
And then you do the real sketch.
Yes,
Wow.
software. One texture, okay. Okay, nice. Send my PC
This is really cool. I feel very, very privileged to have a famous Japanese manga artist literally drawing manga of me. You do it quickly.
Quickly.
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you.
How long have you been doing this manga for?
Professional, 5 years.
5 years.
Professional. But amateur, 15 years.
15 years.
15 years.
Okay.
Amateur age was fun, enjoy.
You enjoyed it, and now it's a bit more stressful because it's professional.
Yes, every day manga. It's
Every day.
more than enjoy.
Manga is black and white usually.
Monochrome.
Monochrome, yes.
Yes.
Oh my god, it's amazing.
Yeah.
So good. Thank you. Arigatou gozaimasu. It's
You're
incredible.
welcome. De nada.
It's very, very cool and a very amazing insight into the world of the manga artist.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you.
This is YOYOGI Park and it's right in the city centre of Tokyo. It's a very, very idyllic and sort of peaceful setting in the midst of all this urban development and noise and traffic. It's also beautiful because it's autumn, so the trees, the leaves, the colours are changing. So just walking and strolling through, I can see people walking their dogs, people jogging and cycling. So I'm just going to take a stroll through this beautiful park and make my way to one of the most important Shinto shrines in the city. It's actually so warm for November, I can't believe it. It's like 20 degrees, so really nice weather. I'm just taking the sun and relaxing and enjoying the view. It's just like a really nice peaceful haven. You can see so many people just come here to chill out. So right next to YOYOGI Park, you have this beautiful Shinto shrine, which is called the Meiji Shrine. It was erected in honor of Japan's Emperor Meiji, and he was the first emperor to preside over a modern Japan in the 19th century. So with all Shinto shrines, you have what are called torii gates at the beginning. It's basically an entranceway which leads you into the jinja, or the sacred space of the shrine. So when you approach the torii gate, you're meant to take a slight bow as a sign of respect before entering into the sacred space. So these Shinto shrines can be seen all over Tokyo and Japan, and of course are different to the many Buddhist temples that you see in the country. So the interesting thing with Shintoism is that it's said to be the native religion here in Japan, and it's deeply rooted in the Japanese people. And it's like a set of principles and values through which Japanese people live their daily life. So I've just arrived at the second torii gate, and this leads to the main shrine. But before you enter, you have to rinse both hands and your mouth. And these are both purification rituals that are done. So you should wash both your hands and rinse your mouth. So just a little bow, and we're ready to go. So now I've entered the main shrine. I'm now in what's called the sacred space, or the jinja. So this is where it's believed that the kami live. Kami are more like sacred spirits. And the reason that you come to one of these Shinto shrines is to pay your respects to the kami and to honor them. So the ritual now is to toss a coin, and then you have a short ritual which is to bow twice, clap twice, and then bow once more. And that's the way that you honor the kami. So here's an interesting fact about Shintoism. You'll see outside one of the torii gates lots and lots of sake barrels. Sake is a rice wine liquor that a lot of people drink here in Japan. Sake in Shintoism is a sacred drink. Therefore, you've got lots of sake barrels outside the torii gates of the shrine. It's sort of like an offering to the kami, an offering to the gods. And they just look absolutely amazing. So it's very interesting coming here and learning more about Shintoism and exploring a Shinto shrine, because it kind of makes me realize and understand more about the Japanese culture and etiquette, and how Shinto rituals really do kind of feed into other rituals they have, and just the way that they live their lives. amazing time exploring Tokyo City. It surprised me because it's so futuristic and modern, yet it's also rooted in traditions and values. And next week I'll be releasing another video. This time I'm going to be checking out the famous Tokyo nightlife. So check in for that because I'm sure it is going to be amazing.